Hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Today, can you imagine it's already our 58th episode? So proud of all of us. If you are being following us, I hope you already get a great inspirations, right? Empowerment, transformation, all this great best practice, wisdom, tips, tools that you already get through our previous episode. And today, our great new topic is about manage the time you are not saying to be saying more, right? So majority time, if you really review every day the time you spent, if you work, for example, 8 or 9 hours for your passionate business, I know some people may claim that they only work for 3 or 4 hours, but I do not fully just believe in that. Like if you truly love your business, you just want to be present there all the time, right? And we do not mind sometimes work extra a little bit, but sometimes I believe that it's just like a few hours. You can within 1 or 2 hours, you can really make the whole day. I did that before already, like every day. If I fully focus on the top priorities, sometimes I just use 1 or 2 hours. I finish that day. I could definitely go away, just play around. And some I do take a vacations with my kids, with my family, and also go outside to explore other things. But I know that majority of the time I want to spend a good quality time with my passion, with the business, with the people I love, and want to contribute the best values. So just for example, if you use 8 or 9 hours a day working on your passion, and maybe you present in the market and let people see you through, for example, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, or whatever, like TikTok now people are using, right? So all this kind of social media, you go live, and maybe just let's say average day 1 hour, up to 1 hour every day, right? Sometimes majority of the time maybe you're not even online. I know some of my great mentors, they had these great habits. Every day they've been doing like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. That's a great habit, right? To be present. And by the end of 2021, I did this 14 days countdown challenge. Every day share a key question and also mini challenge. Just 5 minutes. I did it. Think about those days. Just 5 minutes. I made that day. So you can work just 5 minutes. That can totally serve your purpose if you like really focus on that kind of presence and add value. Okay, so now the question is like every day almost like 90% of the time you are not saying, you are either by yourself, or it's really like if you are solopreneur or whatever, you are majority time with yourself. 90% you are by yourself, not saying. How you are spending that time, decide another 10% of time how big impact it can make, right? So majority time actually is done behind the scene, when people are not seeing you, when you are not, when you are like invisible. Your invisible time, majority of that time, decide your visible times quality, your presence, your impact, your influence, right? So today my question is, what do you normally do majority time when you are not saying? Comment under video, let me know what's the majority, like big things, like maybe you list one thing that consume your biggest time every day. We did that exercise with our mentor, like Tony Robbins, and I remember with other masters as well. We break down every day, it's like our working hours or our waking hours. Really track it. Use a tracker, okay? Like every hour, tracking by every hour, and sometimes we even track by every half an hour. I remember Russell Brunson even invited, I think it's Alex. Alex, he's an expert on the time management. He asked people to track their time. He printed in his workshop book by every half an hour, or even like by 15 minutes if you want to track into more details. 15 minutes, what you are doing. And we did that exercise, and we add together how much time we spent on really, like for example, behind the scene doing a product or any content creation, and other what's the time we spent on marketing or presenting there, how much time we spent on networking, how much time we spent on, for example, our own study or improvement. All these kind of things you track, and then you see how much is your green time. They call green time. Every day, what's the percentage of green time? If your green time is not over 60%, that means you're not really effectively managing your time. Okay, at least 60% of your time should be on the green time. Other times, like now I know social medias, right? Such a big distraction. And even I know like the kids, they could not hold themselves from those attractive video games, and now even adults get addicted to social medias and count how much time. Sometimes occasionally I found myself maybe forgot my time track. I get into maybe 1 hour into the social media, look at other people's teaching or sharing, and then I realized I should not have spent so much time on social media. Who would like admit that, right? Like, but this is a trend. This is a life trend, and we will have more and more distractions, and all these kind of different sources of information. But the least we know maybe is really information. Then the majority time we need to know how could we best use the time to be the green time. So what do you do? Comment under the video. What's the biggest thing? Maybe you have never really tracked before, but just from your impression every day, what kind of things you spend the most time doing? Okay, if but here is the feedback. If you are not using your majority time, like our mentors mentioned, 80% of time should be on what? Can you understand that? When you just started your entrepreneurship, maybe you use your 80% of time preparing, design your offer, design your course and content, or maybe develop your system, right? Majority time, maybe you use it for that behind the scene. But on the contrast, or a masters would say, especially when your business get into certain stage, or even at the very beginning, you still need to have this mindset that 80% of time or majority of your time should be on marketing. On marketing, because that's the marketing is the like timeline of any business. Some people say your business eventually is just like marketing business. Some will say it's like a relationship business. Both are right? We need both relationships and also marketing to really for the business to be sustainable. So think about if you are not spending at least now 50%, depends on, of course, depends on the stage of your business. If you are just a beginner, you may spend more time preparing all this like a content, your system, your offer. But eventually when you get your system like ready, almost like at least 80% ready, you need to spend more time, ideally 80% of the time on your marketing, 20% on providing service, and also providing all this kind of I say that like a back end, optimize your system, improve your offer, like also like in build up your team, all this kind of thing, right? So, but majority time, all right? So this is the first thing I ask you, what are you doing every day, majority time when you are not on the market, right? When you're not present. So the best answer is really, now you know that 80% you should be in the with the market, really present there, provide your messages, interact with people, all this kind of thing, right? So that should be your number one things you should be doing. And now the second question, how you are managing your time and discipline yourself every day. If you give yourself evaluation, let's say 1 to 10. 10, you are really the master of your time already, right? Fully confident, fully efficient. And how do you value yourself now from 1 to 10? Where are you now? The time management. Give yourself an honest feedback and welcome to comment. Either you are watching live or replay. Comment under our video. By the way, by commenting, by interacting, this is the best learning method for yourself. It's not just to share with other people, but it's best for you to re-strengthen, to enforce and re-strengthen what you just learned. And by writing things down, you give yourself that kind of like confirmation, what you've already learned. And this will really strengthen what you are learning, and especially later will help you. And today we will share with you the 3 E's, the most greatest 3 E's that will help you become the master of your time. And then they said, firstly become the master of your time, then you could become the master of your money, right? So if 2022 you really grow your business, and for me, I want to accelerate my business. So if you really want to grow your business, have greater impact and also income, you definitely want to first is master your time. And by the way, we did a survey and a poll in our group Abundant Entrepreneurs here, and many entrepreneurs voted, and the top one is about their marketing messages and content. The second one, the top second one is about their time management. All wants to become more productive, get more out from their limited time. We all know that time is limited actually, right? This is already like a done deal. We all have a limited lifespan, even though we don't know how long. Maybe you could expand that to be longer, right? But we all will finish our mission on this earth to go to other world, or maybe not other world. Depends on whatever you believe. But the point here is, the time is our most precious. It's like our life, our most precious resource or asset. You have the limited time, 24 hours every day. This is a done deal as well. It's already defined. 24 hours. Of course, you can. They said that you can bend the time, and you can like twist it or whatever. Use the great strategies that make it like longer. Of course, we will talk about that quite soon in the 3 E's. But still, how you can best manage your time. You become the master of your time first, before you could become the master of your money or your business or your whatever fulfillment or like your transformation, right, in the world. So now the number 1 E here I want to talk with you. Now 90% of time you are unsane, you are by yourself, you are doing a business, preparing for a business. Only 10% maybe you are fully live and present. How you should manage that 90% of time, that will decide the quality of your life, the quality or results of your business as well. So today we want to share with the 3 E's, okay, the top 3 E secrets. This will really help you become the master of your time and money. Now the number 1 E is what? The number 1 E is your energy and your state. And Tony Robbins would like to call it state. I would like to call it energy. This kind of energy, you could not pretend, even though I know we all have our passion in our business, right? Sometimes people, they do not feel like they have that 10 of 10 kind of energy. They have to pretend it, right? Even the master taught you like pretend like till you really own it. So pretend that you have that energy. But the best way is really truly, you have some great ways to help you to do not need to pretend you really have that great energy, okay? And here we have some great tips. First, number 1 is how this energy state is outside. Your presence make people feel you're outside that energy, but it's decided by the inside. Every day, your mind, your emotions, your spirituality, your spirit, everything, if they are aligned. When they are aligned, you will have the best state and also the energy to show up to the world. So the number 1, your mindset part. But even before the mindset, it's truly about, are you aligned with your purpose and passion? Only when you are clear about why you are here, what you are called to do, you cannot be fully aligned, right? So first, spend some time really with your purpose, passion, and also vision. Not just do it like once a year. Now, I know we just get into officially 2022. We just maybe some people set up their New Year resolution, and now that's become like a cliche kind of a word, and nobody really like that word. Okay, your New Year vision or your New Year dreams. I hope you already set up that. So now you have a new vision, but truly let's align with your purpose and passion here. What do you truly want to help people? I know many people, we do 11 levels of a purpose discovery. And many clients, when they came to me, when they asked me, what's your purpose? They all started with like the first layer, the basic layer of their purpose. They say, I want to help people. That's great. That's great, right? They want to help people. That's wonderful. That's a legit. That means like you want to be a meaningful and a valuable person in this world. But when I ask further, what's your specific purpose? What you are specifically called to fulfill in this world? Use that specific way. Like, what's your mission? That kind of mission to help people. That will be your best way to fulfill your purpose, right? So we do that 11 levels of discovery. So make sure that you first clarify your purpose and know what you are called to do. And now we get into the mindset level. The mindset, like you train your mind every day, guard your mind every day to exclude any kind of distractions. We have so many distractions, and we have social medias, right? All these outside noises. But the biggest challenge, or you can say the enemy, is you inside of yourself, right? That inner voice, that kind of, you could have every day we said we have dozens of thousands of thoughts. More 90% of them could be negative. You could have that self-sabotaging. When you saw other like the competition in the world, you will say, oh, you have a limited thinking. You say, wow, this world is like a pie. The market is like a pie, is limited. We have to compete and fight for it, and we have to grab a piece of it. And the market, clients, the money is limited, and so we have to use all these ways, persuade and squeeze, and to get their more money out. So if you have that kind of a limited mindset, you could not do business the best, right? The definitely a great way is how you can shift your mindset to be abundance mindset, how you can see the abundant opportunities and resources. The world is not a limited pie anymore. It's abundant, and you already have that born right. Your tribe, your people are already prepared for you. You have that unique purpose and passion, and you have already blessed with all these gifts and talents. It's big enough, it's enough for you to use to fulfill that purpose, right? Even though, of course, we need to keep learning, keep exploring, but that's already blessed for you. It's on your journey already, prepared for you, okay? Everything's on that purpose. If you have this kind of a mindset, everything will be much more aligned and easier, because now you're on this core path. You will never fail. It's already blessed. You have your tribe prepared for you. It's like just Bible said, God, they pray like God give me the people like give me the fish, right? Like get people like get a fish. You already get all these kind of people prepared for you, and they are eager to get your gifts and talents and the things you are called, your life stories, your messages, called to help them. Let me grab up water. It's dry winter, always. Now this is second part, but I will talk about this later, about the water, about your nutrition. But now, further on the mindset part, this speaks is so important. How we could get a best mindset. You do not just like you need to learn, right? What's the best things of learning? Comment under my video. Let me know what's your best things of learning, best ways of learning. Some of you maybe love YouTube videos. You follow your mentors, or maybe like I have my YouTube video, and make sure you subscribe to follow it. And we have every week's Momentum Mondays replay on it, and other great videos as well. And maybe some of you like other forms, podcasts, and some of you like reading books, right? This is a big part. Actually, this is one of my top targets in 2022. I definitely want to read more books. Last year I read some leadership related books, and this year I want to further read more about million dollar habits, and also those strategies related, and also others mindset and also habits related books, and how to make my life and every day more efficient. I know that the secret is really become the master of your time before you can become the master of money and anything, right? So this is truly most important, and read more books. And by the way, I know now online there are so many book clubs. They do online reading like fast food. They give you quick maybe 1 or 2 hours of you finish a book. That's crazy. I feel like that's crazy. And some people grab that, boast that they can read hundreds of books a year by this way. I know fast food can still feed you, make you feel like you're not hungry anymore, and you can still get some like quick tips and quick inspirations. Compared with not doing any, not reading anything is much better, right? I do encourage you to read, to attend some like clubs, to get some time from time. That's like kind of a book feeding, like feeding you. But the best way, the best of a reading book is already read by yourself in the full content, in the details, because you need this time and the process to chew on the book. Of course, there's some like efficient way how you can read a book quicker, but the fundamental ones, how you can get the best nutrition from the books, is really you chew on it, and then the most important thing is you apply it. Tony Robbins mentioned that never leave a site without applying like at least the one piece of learning you get. So like he referred to that to his majority of his live events, but including for book. When you are reading a book, you do not just get inspired, get some entertainment, and you close the book and put it on the shelf. Then after 24 hours, you forget it, including like YouTube videos as well. All this kind of a teaching or podcast, any kind of a learning methods, whatever you prefer. If you learn from it, you really want to reflect it. That process never save, okay? Never save that. After you learn something, including reading books, reflect on it, chew on it, and think how you could implement it. At least one inspiration, okay? Take that inspired action right away. Then this kind of a knowledge or wisdom, best practice will stay with you instead of it still like belongs to the author or the vendor. Okay, so this is the best secret for you to in 2022 really get the best value from whatever you are learning. Do not just like pursue that kind of quantity or the speed. Now this world I know because there's so much information, so much like resource, and people want to have speed and have the like pursue more quantity and more, and really you need that quality as well. You need to reflect on it and grab at least one thing that touch your heart, touch your mind, touch your even spirit, and put that into your implementation and action so that it become part of you and stay with you. Okay, so that's a part of the first personal thing, energy and state. After you feed your mind, and now it's your spiritual nurturing and ritual, spiritual part. And every day I've been doing abundance meditation morning and night time. That's my spiritual ritual. And it's also at the same time mindset ritual as well. At that time, I had a conversation with God, had a prayers, had just like God is my friend. Every day I would talk with him, thank him for all his blessings, and also count my blessings, right? And then especially I would do visualization to say, God, how I could fulfill this mission, this vision, this purpose you put into my life. So every day I do that, and that will strengthen my alignment with my purpose and passion and also gifts, so that I could every day implement that to benefit many other people. So make sure that you have some rituals, and including some people go to Sunday go to churches. I also love churches, but I believe that the spiritual ritual should be every day, not just like a Sunday church time, but it should be with you. Even though you do not go to church now, pandemic, most churches may be closed, you do online. But even when you are not doing the online church, you need to have that ritual with yourself, with God himself. That's more important than any other rituals you have. Okay, that's kind of a personal experience and a personal faith, and strengthen your own faith. I would say that's one of the most important daily rituals everyone should have. Okay, because this is the foundation. This is your source of your wisdom, of your mindset, of your energy, of your state. All right. So when you can own this part, you can truly own your state and energy. And you do not need to pretend, and you've already, and people are always amazed of my passion and energy. It's like every day I'm over 10, almost like over 10, right? Not just when I'm online. When I'm by myself, I still have that great energy with myself. And many times I feel like I have overflowing energy. I just want some place to release it. Why? Because I built up this channel to communicate and to have this relationship with my God, so that he keeps feeding me this kind of great energy. I have an abundant endless of energy and passion to use and vision to really release, to unleash, like Tony said, unleash to really benefit other people. So you want to get into that kind of a state. And further on now, after you feed your mind, feed your spirit, and now you need to feed your physical body, right? This is your temple. This is your all your like your life. Because your life is still like your physical life is carrying on. It's because of this great temple. You need to really feed it well, like great nutrition, like including water. Including water. Definitely drink more water every day. By the way, every day the first drink I had every morning is majority time. Sometimes I may have some like things. I have two kids, too busy, skip it. But majority time every morning, my starting thing is my warm, fresh lemon juice with honey, the water. That's my best. I know, like in a life mastery event with Tony, they call that like a cleansing. That's a cleansing, the best juice you could have. To me, It's energy boost. I get that. Like it boosts your immune system through this pandemic. I especially strongly recommend you use this kind of a method, right? Some they could have like an energy boost smooth, but for me, it's really that lemon juice, lemon honey juice with warm water that gave me the first boost of my physical energy, right? In addition to your mindset, in addition to your spirit energy, you need this kind of physical energy as well for you to have to master your day, master your time, and further on. Many people ignored this part, but it's super important. Sleep. I told my kids sometimes that like, sleep is even more important than the food you are taking. I believe maybe some of you experienced that time when you are not did not get enough sleep. You do not want to eat anything, right? The sleep is definitely the foundation for life to recover. And then whenever you get sick, the number one suggestion would be like take enough rest, have good rest or sleep enough, right? So this is a foundation for life to be vivid, to be vital again. Okay, so always, but the sleep and some I know successful uh, like a masters, they may suggest you if you want to get, because time is limited, right? If you want to get more success, the best way is for you to squeeze your sleep and get more time to work. I do not agree with that at all. Okay, I personally think the better suggestion should be sleep smarter with more scientific knowledge with sleeping and sleep at the right time. Okay, if you sleep earlier, get up earlier, you ended up like sleep actually less. But ideally is not like you do not want to be wake up by your alarm clock, right? This is part of a freedom you are pursuing, the freedom of a time freedom, not just to have it in the day when you are awake, have more time to do whatever you want. But one of the freedom is like you could have the freedom to sleep till you naturally awake. That's a blessing and a great quality of life as well, right? So the most important thing is like really sleep at the right time. Sleep earlier. I personally, this is one of my challenges actually. As a single mom, after kids go to sleep, I have so many things like house chores and my work to clear up. So I'm still on this journey to keep improving myself, to discipline myself actually sleep earlier, and especially not just the time, it's also because of passion. I have so much passion, and during nighttime I really want to do more like learning things. I want to listen to some video or like audio and to equip myself. So I need to discipline myself and change to be a better right time. And it means like go to sleep earlier, and ideally by 11 p.m. Okay, that's the biggest challenge to me so far. 11 p.m. and get up in the morning earlier. So naturally, depends on some people. Like if you naturally, some people naturally sleep more, and some maybe sleep less. And when you age, when you get like older, your like naturally sleeping time is shorter. So I know that's why so many like more like senior mentors, they would suggest you to sleep less. But when you are younger, your body physically wants more sleep, so you do not like blindly follow them. Okay, even though they are masters and great mentors. So I respect your own biologic rhythms, biological clock inside of you. So ideally, it's really like get into sleep earlier, like 11 from the science, like 11 p.m. is the best time for people to go to sleep. It's best for your organ and immune system to rebuild. And the next morning, get up earlier. Like either you need 7 or 8 hours, that's totally fine. Okay, so build up a better sleeping habits that will definitely make your day more energetic and also more efficient, right? So now, next one after sleep, it's your exercises. I know this is a fundamentals, but it's super important components into all this kind of energy and the state part, right? Now exercises through pandemic, I believe not just me and many other people also reduce the much of our exercise time. We spend more online, including kids, school students. Now they are spending more time on the computer, and definitely everyone needs more. By the way, I gained some weight during the pandemic, and everyone definitely needs more exercise time, and every day. This is part of my 2022's one of my top goals as well. I want to go outside, self-discipline myself, go outside at least 30 minutes every day, get the sunlight when the outside. I know gym is so popular, right? Everybody say, oh, the gym. Now the modern people, they want to go to go to gym to every day to exercise. That's good. But even more important is really go outside, get outdoors, get the sunlight. That's truly great for your vitamin D and also your immune system, right? And also the real connection with the world, with the universe. All right. So that's it for the majority part of the energy and state. And finally, this one, the last but not the least, the positive relationships and environment. This would majority decide your energy and state as well. Build up an environment, build up the positive relationships with your family, with people. So this is about your emotions part as well, about your heart. This is your hard work every day to build up a positive, healthy relationships with people around you. First from the people closest to your family, and then your social, your friends, and your social networks, right? Though this would really decide your emotions, your health, and also your including your mindset as well, and also your presence, your energy. So this is super important aspect I would want to emphasize for the first part, the first E, energy and state. Now the second E, by the way, after every small sections of introduction, I would encourage you to comment on the video whenever you get that inspiration, like I mentioned. Okay, the more you comment, the better inspirations and the confirmation you get back to your own mind, and this can help you to implement as well. All right, now the second E is engagement. This is the most important part actually in your daily business, in the business part. If your business, like we mentioned, about 80% of the time you should do the marketing, right? The marketing part actually including the majority big part is really your engagement, interaction with your audience, with your market. Have that kind of a really interactions. So the engagement, first you need to present in the market, to do the publishing, to posting, instead of just to stay behind the scene, right? You need your message to be seen and or to be heard. If you are posting either image or like information, let people see you. If you are doing like live videos like this, or even including some like a reel or TikTok, you let people see you. So that's a great, really the first level of engagement. And then doing the networking, never stop networking, connect with other people to understand and show your interest, show your curiosity, to find those like-minded people who will be benefited to get into your tribe, into your community. And then conversations, super important. This is a basic, you can even measure. If you everyday, majority time, if you're not in conversations, engagement, you're not doing the right thing, okay? So majority time, the marketing is not just keep publishing, keep boom, just booming people with your information or your presence. But the most important is really get into a deeper and deeper conversations, understand people, what they are truly desire for, and how you could better support them and serve them, right? And then important thing, whatever you present in the market, never forget about the call to action. This kind of a strategic step, always at the end of a step, you need to reverse engineer, think about whatever you do in the market, you need to have a call to action prepared already at the end, so that you would serve people in more depths. You do not just simply do things here and finish it's ended. No, you would have that further invitation to people, no matter it's whatever is your platforms or your offers. You invite people into your world so that they could be better served. Like for example, today I also prepared, just example, okay, I also prepared my call to action for you, because I know that without those call to action I could not deeply serve you. Even though I know you will get great inspirations and also great tips from today's every event I've been hosting, every a speaking I've been doing, I know you will get great inspirations. But just like any kind of a great food, after you taking it, if you do not really implement it, like the food, right? If you do not use that, energy is wasted. So you want take that call to action to call people and provide further steps for them to get more values. And for today, I know that you've already in our group Abundant Entrepreneurs. Definitely share our group with more people so that they could get these benefits as well, because we are only doing this live every Monday live, Momentum Monday live, inside of our Abundant Entrepreneurs Facebook group. It's free for our members, a great value for all of you. You can have questions, you could have like a live interaction with me, but need more people to be benefited, okay? So invite them, but then later, after we finish the 3 E's, I will provide a great secret weapon tour for you that you could combine these 3 E's together. It's like a shortcut, okay? So stay with me till the end so you could get a great gift. Now, for the call to action, every engagement you want to have the end purpose. What's the end purpose? The end purpose is really provide values. So whatever you do in the engagement, you're not thinking about, oh, I will make this money and this one I will convert into my clients. You do not just think about that. Your end purpose is really like your purpose. People say that they want to help people. They want to provide values to help people. This should always be your end purpose for whatever things you are doing. All the like your business, your like of course I know that business you need money to sustain, but why we're doing the business? We're not just making money. We're doing the business here. The end purpose is really provide values to help people we are called to help, right? And now, finally, another important step for this engagement. Never forget about follow up. Follow up is huge. Follow up. Even my best mentors like Tony Robbins, Dean Grossassi, those successful ones, they have multiple billions of dollars of revenues. This is a big step for them. It's like a follow up. No matter how great is your message, no matter how great is your like all this kind of a marketing presence, if you do not have follow up, you are lacking of further empowerment opportunities, right? Especially those like turning points. How you can people get inspired, people get into like how to say they get motivated or get empowered. How you can really give them more values is really through the follow up. People are too busy and there's too much information. You really need a quality follow up to really stand out and make people remember you, and especially really let them get the values. I remember when I joined even like a Grant Cardone, right? Like mentors like that, they all have great follow up. Dean Grossassi, Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson even created like a follow up funnel, specifically just for the people who are in your list. The created funnel just specific for follow up to nurture them. Like they give like over 10 days or 15 days or even sometimes over a month to nurture them through step-by-step resources, inspirations, empowerment to really lift them up to get into a next level. So follow up, never just ignore this most important step to finish your it's called like a value circle. Every circle of clients you want to provide better from the front end marketing to the back end follow up to really provide the best values to serve them. Okay, so that's the second E, engagement. I got it. Okay, feel free to comment, let me know which part you get the most inspirations. Okay, this will really strengthen what you get from this learning. And now the third one is E, is your efficiency. This is really about your daily productivity, and for any productivity you want starts with your clear goals, right? The goals from your, not just annual goals, not just like 2022 or the whole year I want to accomplish what. And now you need to break it down. Now the annual is really like more like a vision. Some of our great teachers and mentors, they even implement this kind of mindset. They break down every year into like 4 years, almost like in their own term. Every quarter, it's their like almost like other people's like annual tracking, annual measuring the results. They're using every quarter as a year, so you can really bend your time. That's a concept people call like bend your time. Other people think it's a calendar year, like 365 days is their whole year, right? You could definitely use just a quarter, 90 days as your year to measure, to track it, to set up your goals, and then to take actions, right? So that will really make your year even more efficient. Like 4 years you quadrupled it than normal people. And when you get even into more master, you could put that into even monthly, right? Monthly goals and tracking. and measurement, and then it's what? It's a weekly until you get to every day. Do you have everyday goals, clear goals that you are setting up every night before? I have a Evernote on my cell phone, so every night before I go to sleep, before I do all of my ritual and like a night routine, right? I will set up my goals, at least three. I always emphasize at least three because three is so easy to remember. You will not lose your focus, and three will can really help you to put that priority into it. That's our second thing about our efficiency. So every day set up your goals. I put on that today's goal. Every day I update it. I know many people you could have tons of a tasks list, right? I as a single mom, I with two kids, the teenagers, I have so many things. Even their events and calendars could fill my calendar. So I put all the tasks at different place, but my priorities are always the things that could make my day. The things that I think is most aligned with my purpose and passion, that can make a biggest impact, change, make the biggest change, and also really can make me feel like that today I did well. Okay, water time again. I hope you get your water. And now, your daily things, priority, everyday's top three. And now, this best strategy, how you can really master time till you really become the best friend with your calendar and scheduling. I use like online scheduling booking. I use time trade to let my clients or partner book my time. At the same time, I use my cell phone, like Google Calendar. Every day I book. Excuse me, I still need more water. Every day you use that. Book your use different color, track different kind types of schedules. You make not just a business appointments with other people, you make appointments with yourself. Like every day, what time you could do a specific marketing. I have teachers, we teach that every week, like every day, through what kind of time slot they, for example, you focus on 1 hour, what specific time you do your marketing, you do your publishing and posting, and what time it will be your behind the scene, like develop your system, review your offer, optimize it, that kind of time. But majority of the time should be really in the front, present, engagement, right? That's our first 2E, the energy part and also the engagement part. And majority of the time should be really with the market, okay? Have the engagement and the conversations. And then other time you allocated for your, like, how to build up your system, how to build up a team, how to build up, like long-term things, right? So that's where you measure. Then you can measure how much like green time you really arranged every day. And that's like become the best friend with your calendar. That's definitely the best way to manage your time. Without schedules on your calendar, doesn't mean you really have that time, okay? Till you really book it onto your calendar. Also similar to any goals, if you do not break down the goals into the specific things you need to do and till you book on your calendar, then the goals is just like a vague goals. It will be difficult for you to accomplish it till you really book them, the goals into action plan and action plan into your schedules, okay? And now the next one is really after you have this action, the schedules, what do you do? Take action, right? And now I want to remember this brief phrase. That should be your everyday the best friend. Like, take action now. Take action now. The NOW. This is the most important word now you should remember. I remember everyone had this kind of a procrastination nature. Actually, in our nature, everyone wants to easy, wants to delay, do not want to definitely take action quickly, right? So only with the self-discipline you can take action quickly. So that's why you need to remember this word, take action now. Whenever you have a self-doubt, whenever you have procrastination, whenever you get some good idea, you're overthinking and like that kind of inner talk and hesitating, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not fully prepared, I need more time, say this to yourself, take action now. No matter what kind of action, just take that first step, right? And then the next step, and then the next step. But every step you tell yourself, take action now. Don't hesitate. Don't overthinking. Don't like procrastinate. So use this to help yourself get into that momentum every day. Take quicker action. And further on, measure. Always have a measurement. If you want to, your goals, right? You set up specific goals with those numbers, the data. You could measure yourself. Otherwise, it's not a good goals. If you cannot measure, it's not good goals. Okay, you cannot accomplish it. So, including like what kind of ratios, what kind of ROIs, what kind of numbers, all these kind of things. So it's easier for you to measure, so you know if you are really on the track. And finally, what's the best thing to end this efficiency part is always have that kind of a mindset of rewards and celebration. Not just reward yourself for any like tangible things you already achieved. Really reward yourself for the efforts. Even sometimes reward yourself for the great ideas. If you have wonderful inspirational ideas, reward yourself. Wow, today you got this great idea, and then you put your efforts there. No matter what is the results, no matter it's a success or sometimes it's just temporarily, you have not seen results yet, always reward yourself. Give yourself a pat. And in the morning, we have the mentors teaching that in the morning when you are looking in the mirror in the bathroom, right? You look in the mirror before you go to work. Give yourself a high five, and give yourself a big smile with love, with affection, with full acceptance. That kind of a become your best cheerleader. Okay, have these habits of celebration and reward yourself every day. You are your best cheerleader every day. So give yourself a high five, okay? And especially for today, if you are, no matter if you are watching live or replay, give yourself the high five that you made it. You already get a lot of great lessons, a great teaching, but the most important thing is what? Is always take that action. Pick just one inspiration, chew on it, and have a reflection, and think about how you could implement that, and use the brief phrase, take action now. Implement it right away until it's become yours. So this is the best way of learning and also become the master of your time before you become the master of your business and money, right? So now, as I promised at the end of our teaching, I want to share with you a secret weapon that you could implement the 3 E's together. This is like a shortcut to put your energy, your engagement, and efficiency together. What is this? This can really help you to become the master of your time, right? Especially to help your business. So this is for our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers, or coach, author, speakers, like creative experts. You can use this. It's called Content Creator for Experts and Leaders. You can use this great tool to everyday manage your time even better. We have 12 categories, hundreds of hot topics, and also examples for you to quickly, just within minutes, to think about and create your content and then publish and present there. This is get your energy out, right? Align with your purpose, passion, and gifts. Align your energy and give that into to the market so that you can engage with people, and then you could have the efficiency, because this is holding you every day like a structure of every day. You book, for example, you can book 1 hour on your calendar. Choose 1 hour that you feel the best, most creative day. Like every day you feel like your most creative, most productive time. Choose that time, book on your calendar through your week. Every day, use that 1 hour to do the content thing, to think about, to review what you are called to do, what's your gifts, what's your best solution, what's your best resources, and turn that into using our tool, Content Creator. Refer to the 12 categories and ideas, the hot topics, ideas, and examples. Create a content, present in the market, start a conversation with your ideal audience, to really filter them out, right? You need to be seen, to be heard, to filter your ideal audience. And then you could build up the conversation with them to follow up to get the best results. So that's for today, almost 50 minutes. Well, today is a little bit over time. I hope you get great values from this. After I will comment, I will put my great gifts, the content creator, in the comments, and make sure that you will grab it for free. Okay, just for free for today. It's a great gift for your new year. And stay with us. We'll see you next Momentum Monday and comment. Let me know how is your implementation. What's the best results or takeaway you were taking. Okay. I've been so honored and so happy to see you today and keep this momentum and see you next time. Bye.